Letters of St. Paul, 2 Corinthians. Background information. Paul began in 52 AD on his second missionary journey. He stayed at a church in Corinth for 1.5 years. The second letter was a follow-up to his most recent visit and last letter. The letter is written to members of the Church of Jesus Christ in Corinth. The letter was written in Macedonia. The purpose of Paul writing this letter was to confirm his intent of his previous epistle, 1 Corinthians. Context of the letter. The letter is a Pauline epistle. Paul wrote the letter to the church to protect his apostleship. In chapters 1 through 7 specifically, described the qualities and characteristics of an apostle. He explained that Jesus' ministry was to preach about Jesus Christ and not about himself. Paul writes about the separation of himself with the Corinthians. He explains through this letter his feelings, problems, hopes, and such for the Corinthians. The letter is a response to interesting and complicated history between Paul and the church he established in Corinth. He also encourages his faithful followers to stay loyal to the truths and reassure them of his love for them. Theme of letter.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 13 through 15. I do not mean that there should be relief for others and pressure on you, but it is a question of a fair balance between your present abundance and their need, so that their abundance may be for your need, in order that there may be a fair balance. As it's written, the one who had much did not have too much, and the one who had little did not have too little. The major theme of this verse is that believers who are well off are responsible to help those who are in need, meaning that we as believers shouldn't listen to what others have to say. As long as we follow God's plan and help those who are in need, we will be welcomed in the house of the Lord. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. All of us must appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each may receive recompense for what has been done in the body, whether good or evil. The major theme of this verse is how we act and conduct ourselves to God.
Ways the letter is practiced in the church.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 13 to 15, in St. Paul's letter, it is practiced in the life of the church because we as believers follow the sacraments and be the followers that Jesus wants us to be. It is important to believe because we connect with God and our faith gets stronger. We can believe in God by letting Him into our lives and following His path to an amazing life.